Hello, I am Umbrenero and welcome to Umbrenero's Life. Today's video is painting my husband's team, part 4, Metagross. So the very first thing I did was I used metallic paints to paint Metagross, as it usually is a shinier metal-like look. And for my husband, he likes shiny Metagross over regular Metagross, which is why I actually went with the shiny colors. So as I was going, I realized my silver is not that dark, but it was dark enough to mostly cover up the colors that were underneath, like in my background. I did do a second coat of my base silver color, just so that way it was a little more opaque and not as see-through. But I quickly decided to do the odd colors, so the red eyes for Metagross, and giving that little white spot for the little sparkle in its eye, just because then I don't have to worry about it later. While I was painting, I was mixing up some of the other colors I would end up using, or squirting them out in general. So that little gap where you didn't see me on camera painting, I was getting my gold paint prepared for the cross in the front of Metagross's face. So with the other colors all taken care of, for the most part, I went through, did the last ones that still needed to be taken care of, which was the little toe-like things at the bottom of Metagross's legs. I really did touch up the gold quite a bit after, right there. I didn't realize I did that. Yes, I'm recording my voiceover after this all happened. Alright, I think this is where I was mixing colors. Yep, I mixed a darker gray, so a not quite black color, for all of the shadowy areas of Metagross's body. And the reference I was using luckily had the shadows where they were supposed to be, and I was able to put them in the areas I needed them. So this was another experiment of how I was doing the acrylic painting here. And I was basically testing if I did some of the lights before the shadows, if I could make it look like a cohesive painting. And I think this one actually is a good example of when I did the shadows before majority of the lighter colors, it looked pretty good. from what some of the others could have looked. And I also didn't need to blend the colors as much because Metagross is more of a boxier creature and not a, oh, you're furry, so the shading goes smoothly from light to dark, whereas Metagross has sharper edges, so it was easier to do sharper shadows. So then I went in with my metallic black color I had, just for the deepest of shadows, which there were not a ton of, but just a couple. I think I mostly did the black when I did was because I needed to make a little more of my dark gray to get a couple little shadows that I had missed. Yeah, I ran out of the darker gray that was down by the left leg, and that's why I did the black when I did, is because I needed that tiny little bit more of the gray. But that's where I now went in and did the rest of the silver for Metagross's body. So this painting was a lot more monochromatic than the other ones that I've done, mainly because I used mostly shades of silver to black. Doing the multiple coats of the silver, though, it did help give it a lot more of that opaqueness that I was wanting. So my camera did end up dying before I went and put a second coat on some of those little areas there. But that happens. At this point, I started to do all of the outlining of Metagross using a paint pen. But after sealing it, I realized the sealant dissolved the paint pen off. So I ended up having to go back through and redo all of the line work I did here. But this is the final version of Metagross. I really liked it, and it came out pretty good. So thanks for watching, and until next time, I am Umbrenero. Bye!